love that original Xbox opening.
Ugly.
It's
Looks
nostalgia.
like a Ben 10 opening.
Ben 10 ripped off Xbox. Anywho, so last time we left off, we had just started KOTOR. We created our character, um, and we escaped the Republic fleet ship of the Endar Spire right before it exploded. And now we're on the planet of Taris with our first party member, Karth, and the Sith have set up a blockade quarantine so nobody can leave or come to the planet. And we have to see about finding out where the Jedi Bastila is. And then after finding her, we need to find a way off the planet. So let's do that. Also, I did some arena fights to earn money early on. So that was a thing I did. Let's see, how much money do I have currently? 417 credits. All right, I can work with that. That's the bar. That's the jazz room. Okay. So let's explore more of the city now that we've got some cash. Actually,
Hello
see
there.
right here.
I haven't seen you in my shop before. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Kebla Yurt. Welcome to the Equipment Emporium. You looking to buy some supplies? My shop's the largest one in all of Upper Terrace. Best selection on the planet. Whatever you need, I've got. Well, mostly.
Mostly? What do you mean by that?
The Sith confiscated all my heavy weapons, and they impounded all my ships and swoop bikes. But I've still got a real nice selection, if you're interested.
Let me see what you got for sale.
Just so you know, the prices on the items are final. No bargaining here. This isn't a swap meet, okay? I only deal in top-notch stuff.
Okay, so let's see what she has. Not an heavy alloy suit. Okay, defense bonus 6, dexterity bonus 900. Military suit, that's not bad. Combat suit. Light battle armor. Let's see here. Ichani Ritual Brand. This is actually a pretty good weapon early on. Because of the fact that the double-bladed penalty doesn't work. And this really does work out pretty well. And it's kind of stronger than most of the things you'll have at this point in the game for a good while. So this is a good weapon to just take with you for the majority early on. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that. And let's go ahead and equip it. Actually, and Karth's got his own blasters. That
Welcome to the... Because
okay, we're going to skip that, and we're going to go ahead and sell off some stuff that I don't need. Case in point, short swords, basically useless. Ion blasters are primarily against droids, which we don't see a whole lot of here until certain points. So, and as I've mentioned before, ion weapons are, I mean, not ion weapons, just blasters are kind of shit. At least in my opinion. I wish they were better, but yeah. I don't use any of the adrenaline stimulants because, as I was telling to Dylan when we were on last time, something that can happen is they'll do these buffs, but it's possible for those buffs to end up, when they wear off, really having a whiplash. Like, you can put on a buff that increases your health, and then get into one hell of a fight, and then at the end of the fight, you're like at 2 points left of health, and then the buff wears off, and it turns out that buff was keeping you above death, so that as soon as the buff wears off, you auto die. I've had that happen multiple times, so I just don't want to get myself in that
you missed your
position
last
again.
payment.
Davik doesn't like you missing payments.
Here, I've got 50 credits, a down payment. That should buy me some time, right?
Sorry, you're out of time. Now it's all or nothing. Davik can't have people not paying his debts.
But I don't have that much. How can I give you credits I don't have?
That's too bad. Davik's gonna make you an example. You're coming with us.
No, help! Somebody help! They're going to kill me!
I know we have to be careful about drawing attention to ourselves, but are we gonna just let them drag this guy off? Hold on a second. Looks like we got ourselves a witness here.
Davik doesn't like witnesses.
Leave this man alone, or you'll have to deal with me.
Guess
I
we'll have
didn't
to
see
teach you
nothing.
to mind your own business.
So yeah, light side points gained. You can, in most conversations, if they have certain outcomes, you can choose outcomes that have light side points or dark side points. There are some ways to take the exact same actions you would regardless, but because of the way you initiated them, you can earn light side points or dark side points. So, and these, what they do is they affect your stat. These affect your stats for later, usually in what equipment you can use or certain what powers you can use, because some have penalties if you don't have the correct alignment, or some equipment entirely becomes unusable if you don't have the correct alignment.
Thank you. I owe you my life. Those bounty hunters are going to take me away and kill me. My wife warned me not to take a loan from Davik. Now I can't pay him back. It's not good to owe a crime lord money. He'll just keep sending more bounty hunters after me till I'm dead.
Maybe I could help you.
You already helped me by saving me from those bounty hunters, so unless you have a spare 100 credits to give me so I can pay off Davik, there's nothing else you can do.
Here's 100 credits. Take them. I'm just glad I could help.
You're giving me 100 credits? Just like that? I don't know what to say. Thank you. Thank you.
You're giving him 100 credits? Generous.
Now I can pay off Davik. You've saved my life. Thank you. I'd better take these credits to him right away.
Cool. So, also you'll get, a lot of times you'll get extra opportunities to re-up in certain conversations. So I once again was able to get even more light side points, and I got some XP. You can get extra XP for taking those extra options. So anytime you have the opportunity, you probably should. 64 credits. 78 credits. So that should get me right back up to replace. In fact, over replacing what I just spent to help that guy. Let's check out the medical facility. Ernie.
I see from your
Zelkathorn.
appearance that you are an off-worlder. Still, you are welcome here. I will not have it said that Zelkathorn refused to help somebody just because they weren't a citizen of Terrace. Do you require healing or medical supplies? I can treat almost any injury or ailment right here at the medical facility. Except the rat ghoul disease, of course.
Rat ghoul disease, what's that?
The terrible affliction has plagued Terrace for many generations. It is spread by the rat ghouls, horrible monsters that live in the Undercity below Terrace's great skyscrapers. Prolonged exposure to the Undercity breeds the disease, and those infected will eventually mutate into rat ghouls themselves, becoming mindless beasts that feed on the flesh of others.
Is there no cure?
There is no antidote for the disease, though I heard the Republic scientists at the military base here on Terrace were close to perfecting a cure. Then the Sith arrived. They overran the military base, and now they refuse to allow anyone access to the laboratories inside. The Sith are keeping all the serum for the patrols they send into the Undercity. If I could just get my hands on a sample of that serum, the rat ghoul disease could be wiped from the face of Terrace forever. But I don't see how that's going to happen.
Maybe I could find a way to get my hands on that serum for you.
See how anyone could get their hands on that serum. The military base is crawling with Sith guards. Breaking in there would be a suicide mission. I suppose the Sith patrols in the Undercity might have a sample of the serum on them, if they hadn't already used it because of a rat ghoul infection. But I doubt a patrol would just hand the serum over. And nobody is stupid enough to attack one of the Sith patrols, even in the Undercity.
I want to ask you some questions.
I am quite busy maintaining.
Welcome to someone who's that stupid.
Spare a bit of
What?
time to answer some questions.
He said that there's no
Nobody's-
one stupid enough to openly attack the Sith.
Yeah. How do you feel about the Sith?
I know enough to be scared of them. I've heard about the brutality of the Sith. I know what they do to the planets they conquer. So far, all they've done is ask me some general questions, but I'm afraid they might one day decide to shut this facility down simply out of evil spite. I guess there's not much I can do about the Sith, except hope that the Republic finds a way to stop their conquest of the entire galaxy.
Let me ask you
I am
something
quite
else.
busy maintaining the facility, but
Do you know anything about the Republic escape pods that crashed in the Undercity?
Republic escape pods? No. Why would you ask me that? I don't know. Those pods crashed in the Undercity. I'm not involved in any way.
Nah, that's a little... like, rough. You seem awfully defensive about this.
I'm not defensive. I just don't like being accused of knowing something about those Republic pods. This is as bad as an interrogation by the Sith.
Don't worry, I'm not with the Sith. I won't betray your secret if you tell me.
Well, you don't look like you're with the Sith. I guess I can tell you my secret. Or rather, I can show you. Since the space battle overhead, people have been secretly bringing in these Republic soldiers who crash-landed on the planet. I had to take them in. What choice did I have? Their injuries are terrible. Most won't survive. But at least I can make their last days more comfortable. And at least here, they're hidden away from the Sith.
Well, for that you have my thanks. It's good to know that at least some of these men ended up in compassionate hands.
I hate to imagine what the Sith would do if they discovered these soldiers here. But since their initial questioning, the Sith have not returned, so it may be my fears are unfounded.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I'm afraid there's nothing more anyone can do for these soldiers. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should return to the front in case anyone comes in needing medical attention.
So another option you can do is, if you have a good enough security skill, which you probably could, that doesn't take much, you could force that door open yourself and force the conversation. If you fail the persuasion check.
Say what's over here.
At which point you could still reassure him that you're not gonna tattle on him to the
Welcome
Sith.
back.
Also, he's the initial vendor for most healing items. Also, he'll also heal you for free anytime you come to him. So
It'll just
if you
take me
don't
a moment
want
while I examine your
do that.
injuries, and then I'll administer the proper treatment. Welcome
so
back.
back to full health, and let me see. Let me take a look at what you've got for sale.
Of course. Just step over here and I'll show you what I have in stock. My prices are very reasonable. Just what I need to keep this facility operating.
Yeah, his prices aren't egregious, so you can get stuff for a decent price here. You'll run into other vendors that sometimes have things at a higher markup, but it's usually not too many. So we're gonna get one advanced health pack and a bunch of regular ones, because at this early in the game, it can go either way, really. This early in the game, our health bar is low enough to where it doesn't matter.
Wait a minute. I need to talk to you about the rat ghoul serum. I've got an offer for you might want to hear.
An offer? What are you talking about?
Zelka isn't the only one who wants to get his hands on the rat ghoul serum. Davik Kang will pay you 10 times what Zelka can if you can get the cure.
Why does Davik want the cure so badly?
Davik's interested in anything that can turn a profit. He could make a fortune selling the serum to anyone infected with the disease. Not like Zelka, who'll practically give it away.
One moment. Never mind, they hung up. Alright.
Alright then.
Why do you care who gets the cure?
Look, Zelka can't afford to pay me much. If you sell the serum to Davik, I can probably get a nice finder's fee for directing you to him.
I think they'd rather give the serum to Zelka. He'll use it to help people.
Helping people is all well and good, but you have to help yourself first, right? I'm telling you, Davik will pay big credits for the cure. More than Zelka could ever afford.
And then only the rich could afford the cure. Just let the poor suffer, right?
If you find the Rakghoul serum, just take it to Zax in the lower city bounty office. He works for Davik. He'll pay you what that cure is really worth.
So just some options there on where we can take the serum. We can either bring it to Zelka or take it to an agent of the Exchange. The Exchange, by the way, is the interplanetary criminal group of the Outer Rim. Now, they insist that they're a legitimate business, but it's a bunch of crime lords that work together. I believe that the biggest higher-ups in the Exchange are, some of them are Hutts, but it's not exclusively run by the Hutts. I know they operate outside of Hutt space. And some do operate inside of Hutt space, but some are not aligned to particular Hutts. So that's the thing to keep in mind. Okay, so we're at another apartment building.
On it. Done.
Which I'm immediately gonna raid for credits. And gear, alright. Got some credits, got some med packs.
Just steal.
Yep. Okay. Another open apartment. Another med pack, more credits.
Just move along. There's nothing to see here. Where did you hide those Sith uniforms? Did you sell them to the Teresian underground? Start talking. I want answers.
Please, I'm only a visitor to Terrace, trapped here by a quarantine. I know nothing about the Teresian underground or your missing uniforms.
What's going on in
You're a
there?
little too curious for your own good, civilian. This doesn't concern you.
I know all about Sith interrogations. This isn't going to end well.
I'm getting sick of your lies, you alien scum. We've got your ugly mug and a security tape from the base. Start talking before I splatter your slimy brains all over this room.
Uh-oh. I think the commander's losing his temper. I'm glad I'm out of here. It took me an hour to clean the bloodstains from my uniform after the last interrogation.
Maybe the alien really doesn't know anything.
Just stay out of this if you know what's good for you.
I won't let you just kill a defenseless prisoner.
Was that, did I hear you right? Let us kill him? How can you stop us? Time to teach the civilian the penalty for defying the Sith.
I show up in combat in a fucking combat suit and wielding a double blade, and they say, a civilian.
Look. The Sith are not smart.
Well, that worked out.
Thank you, human. The Sith would have killed me. Of that I am certain. I don't know who you are, but it's clear you are no friend of the Sith. Among my people there is a saying, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Like you, I hate the Sith. That is why I stole those uniforms for the Hidden Becks.
The Hidden Becks? Who are they?
In the lower city, there are some who do not bow to the conquerors. Soup gangs like the Hidden Becks are gathering resources to one day strike against the Sith oppressors. If you wish to strike another blow against the Sith, you would be wise to journey to the lower city and speak with Gadden Thek, leader of the Hidden Becks.
Can you take me again?
Access to the lower city is restricted. I've never actually met Gadden. My only dealings were with members of the Hidden Becks.
Can I get one of those uniforms from you?
I am sorry, but all the uniforms I had were given to the Hidden Becks. I suppose you could take the uniforms from the bodies of the Sith soldiers in this room if you wanted.
I'll be going now.
As should I. The Sith know my face now. I must find somewhere to hide on this world. Thank you once again, human.
Okay, got some grenades, another blaster rifle. Medpack, parts, credits. Okay, Sith armor. And some more of that stuff. Okay. Exploring some more of these apartments. Every apartment has a med pack and some repair parts.
Look, with the amount of times that the Sith seem to be just beating people, you're gonna need them.
On it. Done.
We'll come back to this guy and others. Let's see, what am I looking at? Alright, I have 164 credits. Alright, we're done in there. For now, we'll be back later. The loading screens do give some lore on the game, on the current state of the galaxy at the time that the game takes place. Unfortunately, since we're playing on, you know, a goddamn solid state drive, you can never read them. Because they load too fast.
What is this planet coming to, huh? Slummy's just walking around the upper city.
Shouldn't you go to Laura says you belong, Slummy?
This is rich. Yeah, like he said. These streets are for upper city citizens. You better get out of the way if you know what's good for you.
Hey guys, we could all be friends here. Let me buy you a drink.
A drink? Hey! For a slummy, you ain't so bad. Come on, boys. This slummy's buying the next round.
No way, forget it. No more drinks. We're late enough as it is.
Yeah. I guess you're right. Maybe next time, slummy. Come on, fellas, let's go.
Yeah, found a non-violent solution and was getting shut. Just fucking shakedown by drunks. Is he... I don't know if this is... There we go.
The enemy is here. We must act now before we are overrun with the vermin invaders.
So if you guys have played Mass Effect 2, you might have remembered the Batarian on Omega who was street preaching. I'm pretty sure he's a reference to this guy. Has similar views. He's a total bigot.
And his voice actor is Wolf Yularen in Clone Wars.
You're fucking right, yeah. That is correct. Okay, now that we've got the uniform.
All the Jedi generals, why did it have to be Skywalker?
Okay.
The evil walks among us.
So, actually...
We must act now before we are overrun
no, hang on. Ah, fuck it.
with the vermin invaders.
So there's the military base over here. And you can see some Sith snub fighters. Their design isn't bad. And I believe this is the elevator to the lower city.
Heading down to the lower city, eh? Well, good luck. I've heard it's pretty rough down there. There's a big swoop gang war going on, you know. You better watch yourself. Those gangs will take a shot at anyone, even us. It's too bad we don't have the manpower just to sweep those slums clean.
Okay, so yeah, the lower city and the undercity below that are active hostile zones, unlike the upper city, which is mostly a safe area. So you'll find a lot of enemies to fight down.
Quote unquote safe. You've been into combats.
Yeah, but those were initiated by, you know, evil military police. Okay, so with that, let's see here. Let's come back up here. Defense bonus 2, max dexterity bonus 8. Gonna put him back in his combat suit because that's just a better way to go about things.
Perks are nothing but bantha fodder. The Vulcans are the strongest.
We'll teach you who's the strongest. Shivved. Immediately dies. Whatever that shiv is, it's clearly stronger than everything else.
Have you ever heard of the murder knife, hun?
Oh yeah, from Dragon Age.
Yes.
I remember that. More strangers. The one knife that that you never have at any other point than explicitly when you want to murder somebody in the middle of a conversation.
It is the strongest weapon in the fucking game.
And it always kills in one attack. Okay, let's raise the bodies. So they mentioned a gang war that's going on. 2 factions, the Volkers and the Hidden Becks. And the Volkers seem to really favor weak ways. Okay. Second cantina. There are 2 cantinas on this planet. Javiar's cantina is the one in the lower city. And over here you can get bounties and meet more dangerous characters. There's also another Pazak Den, which I believe is harder than the one up in the upper city, as these people are much more, maybe more prone to cheating or underhanded tactics.
Go away.
Hey, you know talk like that. We just want to say hi to Big Bag Bounty Hunter Carlo Nord. Nah, this can't be
Why do
Carlo
you have to
Nord.
say it like
He's
that,
supposed to be
hun?
tough. This guy's nothing but a runt. What'd that mean? You be funny, tough guy?
You know who we are, Carlo?
I don't
We're
like
members
how
of the
you
Black
talk as the
Vulcans gang.
Rhodians.
You don't want
Makes me
to be funny with
uncomfortable.
us, tough guy.
Me no understand. 1, 2, why he talk count? We tried to count how many of us against him.
It's 3 against 1, Carlo. What you think about those odds, eh? You got something more to say?
You know, tone setter for how things are down here in the lower city. I saw how you mopped up those Black Vulkers. Nice work. I'm not looking for a fight. I just want to talk. Okay, see your point. I'll be off then.
Smart.
Body's just lying around the cantina.
I saw Davik's new starship at the spaceport before the quarantine.
Corpse nothing.
Fastest ship on Terrace. He calls it the Ebon Hawk.
I told you to leave me alone. So give me some space, Bug-Eye. Your breath smells like bantha poodoo.
Little girl should not be in bar. There's no place for little girl. If little girl's smart, she run away home now.
Who you calling little girl, Chuba Face?
Little girl needs lesson in manners.
Just a sec, boys. Sawbar, a little help here? I need you to rip the legs off some insects.
Mission, I'm busy. They just brought my food.
Quit complaining. You can finish eating later. Besides, you need the exercise, so get over here.
We know what trouble with Wookie. A problem with you, little girl.
You got a problem with me? Then you got a problem with Big Z. So unless you want to take on my
Alex,
friend,
can you please choose a different voice for the Rhodians?
on out.
I was trying to get one close to their race. Little girl lucky she has big friend. Why are you bothering me?
Hey, relax, Big Z. No need to be rude. Sorry about that. But Wookiees ain't much for conversation, you know? Say, I don't recognize you, and I know pretty much everyone in the lower city. You must be new down here. I guess that makes me and Big Z your official welcoming committee.
Hey, we speak the same language.
It's not that strange. Most aliens can speak basic, they just prefer to use their own language. But I grew up here on Terra, so I just sort of got used to speaking the native tongue.
You showed a lot of guts dealing with those Vulkers, kid. You got a name?
My name's Mission Veo. And this big Wookiee is my best friend Zalbar. I'd offer to give you a tour, but the streets down here aren't safe.
Ah, Stranger Things. Okay. We got a.
Oh, I got an ad? Okay. How do a Wookiee and a Twi'lek street urchin end up as best friends?
We just kind of fell in together. It ain't easy on your own here in the lower city. Everyone's always looking to push you around.
So we noticed. Still, you seem like an odd pair.
When I met up with Zalbar, seemed like a pretty good match. I knew we could look out for each other. With my street smarts and his muscle, we make a great team.
I want to ask you some questions.
Well, you came to the right person. If you want info on Lower Terrace, I'm the one to talk to. Davik, the Lower City gangs. I even got the scoop on that bounty hunter, Calo Nord.
Tell me about Davik.
Davik's part of the Intergalactic Crime Syndicate, but I guess everyone knows that. But I hear he's got a new ship for his smuggling operations, the Ebon Hawk. I don't know much about space travel, but I hear that ship's fast enough to break the Sith blockade. Of course, this is all just secondhand rumor.
Where would he keep it, do you know?
If Davik does have a ship, he's got it locked up in his estate. Nobody gets in there, except the people working for Davik and the Exchange.
Tell me about the Lower City gangs.
There's only two gangs worth worrying about here in the Lower City. The Black Bulkers and the Hidden Becks. Sometimes Zalbar and I hang out at the Beck base. The Becks are led by Gadden Beck. He's a good guy. Lost his sight in a swoop bike accident a few years ago, but even blind, he's a great leader. Not like that traitor Brezhik. Before he took over the Volkers, he was a Hidden Beck. Gadden considered that ungrateful space slug his adopted son.
Why did Brejik leave the Hidden Becks?
When Gadden went blind, everyone figured he'd step down and appoint Brezhik in his place. But Gadden figured Brezhik wasn't ready yet. He wanted him to wait a few years. But Brezhik was too impatient. He left to join the Volkers, and ever since, he's been waging a war to wipe Gadden and his Becks from the face of Terrace. This gang war in the Lower City is totally the Volkers' fault. They're the ones killing everything that moves out on the streets. It's like they've gone insane.
Tell me about Calo Nord.
Calo Nord's one of the most famous bounty hunters in the galaxy. He's killed more people than the Iridian Plague. I've seen him kill people just for trying to talk to him. He hangs around Zack's bounty office, but I don't think he's looking for work there. All the postings there are small time, way beneath a bounty hunter of his caliber. I figure Calo's been hired by Davik to do a special job for the Exchange. I'd wager 1,000 credits that as soon as the quarantine ends, he'll be getting off this rock.
I'll be going now.
You going? Yeah, this dive is pretty boring. No action around here. Come on, Big Z, let's go.
But I haven't finished eating!
Can't you think about something besides your stomach for 5 minutes? Come on. We'll go see if there's anything good to eat at the Beck base.
Okay. So that's Mission and Zalbar. They seem to they tend to hang out with the Beck, so we'll check them out. We'll probably see them later. And this is the bounty office. Here you can pick up a number of bounties for from this hut here. Zax.
I have not seen you before, human. You are new to the bounty office, yes? My name is Zax. I'm the one in charge here. Are you looking for work? There are many bounties available, legal and otherwise. They all pay quite well. Or are you here for information? Everyone knows that I'm one of Davik's best agents. I'm the hut with all the answers.
You work for Davik?
Not officially, no. I work for the bounty office. But Davik pays me to keep my eyes open and report to him. And for me to post his bounties.
Davik posts bounties in a government office? Is that even legal?
I used to have to keep our relationship secret. But since the Sith arrived, nobody cares what happens in the lower city. Davik can do whatever he wants. But enough talk. Back to business. This is the bounty office, so we should talk bounties. Or are you looking for information?
Tell me about the bounties.
There's 2 government contracts. One's an assassin named Selvin, the other is Bendak Starkiller. He's a famous deathmatch duelist. Between them, they've killed hundreds of people.
I can't see anything wrong with getting rid of people like that. As long as we don't end up on the list of the victims.
But not all bounties are dangerous. Davik got some special contracts. One's for a girl named Dia. She attacked Holden, one of Davik's men. Another's for a man named Largo, who owes Davik money.
Okay, I don't know about Davik's special contracts. Justice is one thing, but doing a crime lord's dirty work is something else.
And then there's Matrix. He used to work for Davik, then he betrayed the exchange, and now Davik wants him dead. I'll put all this information in your database.
How do I collect the credits for these contracts?
It's simple. You find people, you kill them. You tell me, I pay you. I know everything that's going on in Terrace, so if you kill one of them, I'll know.
Davik's bounties sound more like contract killings.
Davik works for the exchange. They don't play games. If you don't pay your debts, or you betray them, or you attack them, they get even. People even bring Davik's bounty on themselves. Anyway, if you don't like them, you don't have to take them. Collect other bounties, government contracts. Those people are ruthless killers. They need to be stopped.
I'll be going now.
Goodbye, human. You come back if you want to earn credits. Bounties pay good money. And remember to come see me if you want information.
Okay, so Bendek Starkiller is somebody who hangs out around the dueling arena up in Upper Terrace. But from what I recall, he will not fight you unless you fight your way to the top of the duel standings. So that's one problem. Let's see here. All the other bounties, I believe, are also up in Upper Terrace. Oh, except for, actually, there's two who hide out down here in Lower Terrace, and there's a couple in Upper Terrace as well. Two are just regular citizens, and two are some pretty hardcore fighters.
Hey, you can't just walk in here. This is the hidden back base. How do I know you're not a Vulcar spy sent to kill Gadon Beck?
I need Gadon's help. I was told to speak to him.
A lot of people want to go inside and speak to Gadon. He's a hero of the common folk. But the days of the Hidden Beck's open door policy are gone. Between the Sith conquest and the Vulcar gang war, Gadon has more enemies than he used to. We're being careful about who we let in now.
Maybe I could be an ally against those enemies.
Well, we do need all the help we can get. And you don't look like you're with the Vulcars or the Sith. Besides, it's not like you can do anything to harm Gadon in the heart of his own base. Not with Zerdra watching his back.
So you're going to let me in?
Go in and speak to Gadon if you want. Just remember to be on your best behavior. The Hidden Becks are watching you.
That is 4 Twi'leks. Actually 5, there's one in the back there. This gang is already mostly Twi'leks. 1 Aqualish, and a human. And if we count Mission, that makes another Twi'lek, so...
Hold it right there. Who are you, and what is your business with Gadon?
Calm down, Zerdra. Nobody's going to try anything here in the middle of our own base. It would be a suicide.
I feel
You're too trusting, Gadon. Brejik and his Vulcars want you dead. Anyone we don't know is a potential threat, and it's my job to make sure you're safe.
Do you want us to start attacking strangers on sight, Zerdra? Like the Vulcars do? I will never let it come to that. Now step aside and let them pass.
As you wish. You can speak to Gadon if you want, but I've got my eye on you. You try anything and you'll be vaporized before you can say Vulcar spy.
You'll have to forgive Zerdra. Ever since Brejik and the Vulcars began this war against us, she's been a little overzealous in her security duties. The problems with the Sith haven't helped things. Zerdra seems to forget that I know how to look after myself. Now, how can I help you?
You have problems with the Sith?
A foreign army invades Terrace, declares martial law, and locks down all travel to and from the planet? You damn well bet I have a problem with that. If the Sith ever moved in down here, all the swoop gangs would unite against them. We'd use hit-and-run guerrilla tactics to pick them off. Their casualties would be enormous.
Don't fool yourself. The Sith would never commit to that kind of operation.
I'll be right back.
They'd probably do something much more grand and deadly.
But so far, the Sith have stayed out of the lower city, and our strength is wasted on this stupid gang war. I tried to explain this to Brezhik, but he and his Vulkars won't listen.
I need information on those Republic escape pods that crashed in the Undercity.
The escape pods? You know, I heard the Sith have been asking around the upper city about them as well. But you don't look like you're with the Sith.
They might be spies, Gadden. They might be working for the Sith.
Calm down, Zerdra. If the Sith thought we knew anything useful, they'd have a battalion of troops kicking down our door. No, I think this off-worlder has her own agenda.
Do you know anything about this or not?
I suppose I could tell you what I know. It's not like it could do any harm to me or my gang. But it might cause problems for the Vulkars, and that's okay in my book. The Vulkars stripped those pods clean within hours after they landed. It's too bad we didn't get there first, considering what my spies reported the Vulkars found. A female Republic officer named Bastila survived the crash. We Becks don't believe in intergalactic slavery, but the Vulkars aren't so picky. They took her prisoner.
Bastila's a slave? What happened to her? I have to get in there to rescue her.
Normally, the Vulkars would take a captured slave and sell them for a nice profit to Davik, or an off-world slaver. But a Republic officer is no ordinary catch.
I still think Bastila's just a Republic officer. That could work to our advantage. Maybe she'll even figure out a way to escape from the Vulkar base on her own.
She's too valuable to leave with the Vulkar scum at the base. Brezhik's probably got your Republic friend hidden away somewhere safe until the big swoop race. You'll never find her.
There has to be some way I can help her.
I'm afraid your friend has become a pawn in Brezhik's game to take over the lower city. He's offered her up as the Vulkar's share of the prize in the annual swoop gang race. By putting up such a valuable prize, Brezhik hopes to win the loyalty of some of the smaller gangs. Their numbers will allow him to finally destroy me and my followers.
So how do you propose we go about rescuing Bastila then? Well, we can't fight all the gangs.
The only hope you have of rescuing Bastila is to somehow win the big season opener of the swoop race.
How do I enter the swoop race?
I might be able to help you with this, if you'd be willing to help us. We both have something to gain here, and much to lose.
What are you proposing?
The swoop race is for the lower city gangs only. I could sponsor you as a rider for the Hiddenbecks this year. If you win the race, you'll win your friend's freedom. But first, you have to do something for me. My mechanics have developed an accelerator for a swoop engine. A bike with the accelerator installed can beat any other swoop out there. But the Vulkars stole the prototype from us. They plan to use it to guarantee a victory in this year's swoop race. I need you to break into their base and steal it back.
How am I supposed to get inside the Vulkar base?
Getting into the Vulkar base won't be easy. The front doors are locked tight. But I know someone who might be able to get you in the back way. Mission Veo.
Mission? Gadden, you can't be serious. She's just a kid. How is she supposed to help them with this?
Mission's explored every step of every back alley in the lower city. Plus, she knows the undercity sewers better than anyone. If anyone can get inside the Vulkar base, it's her.
Where can I find Mission?
She and her Wookiee friend Zalbar are always looking to stir up a little excitement. They like to go exploring in the Undercity, despite the dangers. Your best bet is to look for her in the Undercity, but you'll need some way past the Sith guard post at the elevator.
I got some Sith uniforms to disguise myself.
A simple disguise might have worked on the Upper City guard, but the security down here is much tougher. You'll need the proper papers to get past him. Luckily, my gang ambushed one of the Sith patrols headed down to the Undercity. They never made it, and their security papers fell into my hands. Since we're working together now, I suppose I could give them to you in exchange for your uniforms. With the security papers, you won't need a disguise anyway.
What do you want with the Sith uniforms?
I like to be prepared. Eventually, the Sith are going to try to drive us out of the Undercity. Sith disguises might give my people the edge we need in a crucial battle.
Okay, I'll trade my uniforms for the papers.
Good choice. Thanks for the uniforms. You won't need them with these security papers anyway. Now, is there anything else I can do for you?
I'll be back when I get... Actually, you know, I want some
Your
questions.
time would probably be better spent going after the prototype swoop engine the Vulkars stole from us. But I'll answer your questions if I can.
Fucking... Is there something wrong with your eyes?
Very tactful. Are you with him for a fight or something?
How dare you? I should kill you where you stand.
Calm down, Zerdra. I'm not ashamed of what I've become. As you can see, I lost my eyes in a swoop racing crash. I rely on these artificial replacements to see now. But my blindness was not the worst consequence of my accident. My affliction was what eventually led to this war between my Becks and the Vulkars.
What do you mean?
When I lost my sight in the swoop bike accident, everyone assumed I would step down as leader of the Hidden Becks and let Brezhik, my most trusted follower, take over. But with my ocular implants, I can still see well enough to lead this gang, and I knew Brezhik wasn't ready to take over yet. Unfortunately, Brezhik didn't agree with me. In a rage, he left to join our arch-rivals, the Black Vulkars. A lot of the younger gang members followed him, and soon he and his followers had taken control of the Vulkar gang.
But why start a gang war with the Becks?
Brezhik is a proud man. My decision was a public humiliation for him. Maybe if I had stepped down, this gang war could have been avoided.
Don't fool yourself, Gadden. Brezhik wants to control the lower city gangs. If you'd stepped down, he'd have led the Becks against the Vulkars. He wanted this war, one way or another.
I know you're right, Zerdra. Brezhik won't rest until I am dead and the Becks are no more. But it's hard to accept the truth of his betrayal.
I'll be going
Feel free
now.
to come back anytime. We're not like those Vulkar savages. Strangers are welcome in the Beck base.
Okay. So, before we head down to the Undercity, I'm gonna go look into handling some of those bounties. First, I want to save, because I'm probably gonna get my stupid ass killed. Use stealth for a moment. Just don't engage. Fuck, I've been spotted.
Ready?
What?
You asshole!
Okay, that could have gone better, but we're okay. Alright, lower city apartments. This is a very hostile zone. But I believe one of our bounty targets is hiding out here. Okay, let's repair the droid. I have 9 repair parts. Fuck it, we're just gonna engage in patrol mode. And let it take out some people. Okay, it's 2 down. Let's get these hallways cleared. Or you can open this door. Sure. Those guys went down pretty easy. Okay. Alright, leveled up. Oh, and you can,
Hello.
as you can hello, and as you can see, my alignment is going up with along with my points that I've been getting from conversations. So I'm started to enter into the light side alignment here. So let's upgrade our attributes. I'm going to add a point to strength. I want to get another modifier for strength. Okay, let's go with persuasion here. Add another to security. And 2 into stealth. Okay. More guys. They had credits. This guy's got an energy shield. Okay. And I'm able to loot his energy shield, which I'm gonna go ahead and equip. You can usually get about... Okay, since the Volker used it, it's only got 4 uses left, but they got 5 uses total. They last for little over... I want to say about 3 minutes. 3-4 minutes. And they stop 20 points of blaster damage. Well, energy and electrical damage, which is usually just blasters. Standard blasters, I should say. Advanced med packs, some more stimulants.
Wait, how long was it, hun? Was it
200
seconds?
Yeah,
that's
3 minutes.
3.5 minutes.
3.5 minutes. Okay. All right. This one is a, if I remember correctly, this is a box that requires you to solve a puzzle to open, and it's based off of this. Twisted Rancor Trio. Excuse me. Here, new items. Quest items. Twisted Guts and Glory, a chronicle of the amazing story of the Twisted Rancor Trio by Gilthos Uxaris, a work in progress. The origins of what would eventually become the most famous band in the galaxy are surprisingly humble. The brains behind the group, manager Gilthos Uxaris, founded the trio to earn a date with a young singer named Elinda. Ploy worked, and Elinda became the first member of the band. Gilthos scrambled to find musicians to back her, and signed a Bith named Ujia to be the lead musician. Soon after that, he signed Ujia's brother, Uji, to complete the trio. The band struggled at first. Elinda was a fantastic singer, but Ujia wasn't much of a musician. When Elinda threatened to quit, Gilthos fired Ujia and signed another Bith named Lupa. Of course, this didn't set well with Ujia's brother, and Uji quit. Fortunately, Lupa knew another musician named Fodo, who joined to replace Uji. Led by Elinda's singing, the second incarnation of the Twisted Rancor Trio became quite popular on their homeworld of Terrace, eventually attracting the attention of a local legitimate businessman, Davik Kang. Davik asked Gilthos to bring his group for a command performance. Gilthos agreed, realizing this could be the band's big break. Unfortunately, Elinda had heard certain unsubstantiated rumors about Davik Kang and his connections to the exchange. Fearing for her life, she refused to go to his estate and perform. Many felt that without Elinda's singing, the band would crumble, but Gilthos came up with a brilliant plan to save the group by hiring Elinda's sister, Ashana, as the new lead singer on the eve of their scheduled appearance at Davik's estate. Gilthos knew he was taking a risk. If Ashana couldn't perform at Elinda's level, Davik's infamous temper could have dire consequences for the entire band. However, Ashana could match her sister's performance when Davik was likely to sign the band and give them a big-time touring contract. It was a risk, but the Twisted Rancor Trio was founded on Guts and Glory. There are no further entries. Okay. So I'm supposed to activate these in the order that the people joined the band. So let's see. The first one was Elinda. So Elinda. Then it was Ujia. Then his brother Uji. Then Uji was replaced. No, Uja was replaced by Lupa, I want to say. And then Uji left and was replaced by Fodo. And then Elinda left and was replaced by Ashana. let's see what loot we get. Ichani fiber armor. Actually really good piece of light armor for the entire game because it's upgradable. So you can do lots with it. It's also, its base stats are pretty good for this point in the game. Okay, let's open up some of those apartments that we actually left unopened before. Wait, already opened that.
Yes, what's on your mind?
Not what I meant.
You got it.
Med packs. Yeah, we already opened that. Let's open up this. Oh, hi. Parts, spikes, credits. Okay. Okay, we'll speak to Karth.
Yes, what's on your mind?
Is this a good time to ask you some more questions?
I'm all ears, beautiful.
Isn't that inappropriate?
Is there something else you'd prefer I called you?
How about my name?
Don't get yourself in a twist over it, gorgeous. I didn't mean anything by it.
That's no good either.
Oh, for crying out... Fine. If it'll make you feel better, you call me something. Go ahead. Come on. I can take it.
Don't be ridiculous.
What, are you afraid you'll hurt my feelings? Come on, spit it out. You can do it.
Forget it. Let's get back to my questions.
Oh, all business today, eh? Are those questions really necessary?
I just would like to get to know you better.
Oh, well, if it's an interrogation you wanted, why didn't you say so?
Are you getting testy again?
I don't get testy. I get angry. And if I was angry, you wouldn't have to ask me if I was. Let me assure you. Let me ask you something first, though. I've been going through the battle aboard the Endar Spire over and over in my head since we crashed. Some things just don't add up for me. Maybe you could tell me what happened, from your perspective.
I wasn't really in a position to know what was going on.
Neither was I, to tell the truth. I was on board as an advisor for the most part. The battle began so fast it's anyone's guess as to what actually happened. We lost the ship and a lot of good people, and for what? On the hope that the Jedi powers would save us somehow? Not that Bastila had much of an opportunity to act. We didn't choose that battle anyway. It got forced on us. Hell, I'm just as surprised that any of us are alive to talk about it. Come to think of it, it's more than a little surprising that you happen to be here, isn't it? I mean, just what is your position with the Republic fleet anyway?
I used to be a smuggler, if you must know. I was recruited into the fleet for my knowledge.
A smuggler? I should have guessed. Isn't it odd, however, that a smuggler who was added to the crew at the last minute just happens to be alive?
What's so odd about me being added to the crew last minute?
You were the only one. Not to mention that Bastila's party was the one who requested your transfer.
Why would Bastila request my transfer?
The Jedi requested numerous things when they came on board. I mean, hell, they practically took over the ship as far as I could tell. Considering your connection to Bastila and the Jedi, whether you know it or not, your presence here seems a little convenient. I'm probably wrong, and this is probably nothing, I know. I learned a long time ago not to take things at face value ever, and I hate surprises.
What do you mean by surprises?
I mean, I have to expect the unexpected, just to be safe.
Are you always this suspicious?
Look, it has nothing to do with you personally. I don't trust anyone, and I have my reasons. And no, I'm not going to discuss them, so can we just keep our mind on more important things?
I consider this important.
All right. You must be the most damn persistent woman I've ever met. We'll talk about it, but later. Right now, I just want to get going.
Okay. Very secretive.
Can I just say
Hey,
that
who can't come in here? This
immediately made me not want to talk to him ever again.
This is a private apartment.
What are you doing in here? This place looks abandoned.
None of your business. Just turn around and go back the way you came. You know what's good for you.
Are you in some sort of trouble? Do you want to talk about it?
I guess I could tell you. Probably find out on your own eventually. Anyway, Zax is giving his bounties away like candy, or so I hear. My name's Matrick. I used to work for the Exchange, but all the violence and killing started to get to me. I knew what I was doing was wrong, so I turned state's evidence. My testimony helped put some of the biggest criminals on the terrace away for life, but Davik didn't like seeing his friends go down, so now he's got a bounty on my head.
Maybe there's a way I can help you get out of this mess.
I don't think there's much anyone can do. I'm getting sick of running. I decided to make my stand right here.
Maybe you could turn the tables, you know, have Davik eliminated.
Getting inside Davik's estate is nearly impossible. Even if I got rid of him, the Exchange would just appoint someone to his place, and I'd still have the price on my head.
Maybe you could fake your own death?
Already thought of that. Even came up with a plan of how to do it. But I can't pull it off while I'm holed up in here.
Tell me your plan and I might help you.
The trick is getting Davik to buy it when there's nobody found at the scene. If it looks like I died in a massive explosion, he won't be suspicious when my corpse never turns up. If I had an accomplice to go back and tell Davik that they were the one to set off the explosion and eliminate me, I think I'd be home free. I have some demolitions experts from my own days in the Exchange, so I could set it all up. But I need to get my hands on a permacrete detonator.
I could get you a permacrete detonator.
They usually don't sell them in the stores here in the lower city, but the upper city might carry them. You might want to look there first.
Okay. So we're gonna go look in the...
Hun?
Yes?
I wanted to say earlier, if you just try to talk to somebody, just be like, hey, I want to get to know you better, and they just unsolicitedly flirt with you, and then you say, yeah, could you not do that? And then they immediately flirt with you again. My response would then be, okay, not talking to you again.
Yeah.
Especially then if you proceed to ask questions and he's like, God, you're the most persistent person ever. Like, that's sending me major red flags.
That's honestly, unfortunately, a product of the time because of the fact that it was like, oh, you know, he's the, you know, the lovable womanizing guy. Like, no, I don't like it. It's more egregious these days. I hope that when they do the remake, they.
Hun, you're in solo mode right now.
That's right, I am in solo mode. Turn that off. Doing remarkably well for solo mode too. Frag. Let's see here. Nope, let's not engage those guys yet. We're far enough away to not immediately aggro them, so I'm gonna take that as a blessing. Actually, you know what? We don't have to go there right now. We'll come back, because I'm going to make my way back up anyway. But we don't have to do it right now. I like how the game immediately sent me for the guy who was furthest away so that I could run right past all the other people trying to kill me.
I believe you can set the specifics of his AI so that he stays ranged.
Oh, you mean, Hearth?
Ready.
Yeah.
I meant myself, though, but whatever, yeah.
You guys are behind with your...
Because he did
payments.
kind of run
You,
into the enemy.
Just because you're in some gang, you don't have to give Davik his cut?
I don't see Davik doing anything for his share. We do all the work. Davik claims he's part of the exchange, so let's see him prove it. Yeah, let the big crime lord come and get his money from the Black Vulkars.
Ah, so you want to play this the hard way. Okay.
Oh, hey, Candace, we didn't know you was working for Davik now. Yeah, we was just goofing around. We don't want no trouble with the Mandalorian. He is Davik's cop.
I knew you boys would see reason. Now get out of here.
Too bad. I was looking forward
Notice
to
how all the
cracking some
assholes have the
heads.
same face.
Maybe next time, Candace. You better get
All the
this
human
over.
assholes.
I'll call you if anyone else gets behind on their payments.
Let's see here.
Those Vulkars are dumber than a Coruscant granite slug. They actually think being in that pathetic little gang of theirs makes them important. Gadon keeps his hidden Becks in line, but Brezhik's getting dreams of grandeur. If Davik's smart, he'll slap that young punk back down.
Who are you?
I'm someone you don't want to get on the bad side of. And I'm not one for small talk. I don't have time to stick around here anyway. Davik's got me working on a special assignment.
Okay. Another apartment complex. You seem to be taking great interest in our progress. You need something, little man? Quiet, Lurko. It's Cal Nord, the infamous bounty hunter.
There's a bounty on your little green heads. I'm here to collect.
The only way you'll collect that bounty is over our cold dead bodies.
That's the plan.
Well. Let's see here. See if I can't walk up on these guys without getting spotted. Because the sneak attack does good damage, and I don't. Spotted yet. Alright, solo mode off. Yeah, the way solo mode could just completely flatten some guys. Oh, there was a patrol just coming around the corner. Alright. Got another energy shield. We can give that one to Karth. And for me, let's pop a healing pack. And do another save in case I get myself killed. Hi. Okay, looks like Kart's leveled up. Let's give him... let's just give him more treat injury skill. Okay. I'm gonna increase his toughness. And let's disable this mine. it again. Okay. Okay, a couple more stems. Armor reinforcement. Now I just need to find a workbench. Also, anytime somebody levels up, you can just go back to, like, that does immediately replenish their health the moment you go into the level up screen. So if you're, like, getting fucked in combat and you level up in the middle of it, go to level up screen, you'll replenish all your health. See if I can't sneak up on these guys too. Oh, I completely wasted them immediately. Cool. Hey, doesn't look like they're carrying anything. Desk. On a personal message. Read the message. Hey, Elam, how's life on Terrace? I heard your brother left for Tatooine to become a miner. Did he at least leave the hyperdrive behind to keep you company? More. Hope you're still practicing with that blaster I gave you. Remember what I taught you, just because you might need it. Terrace isn't like Alderaan. It can be dangerous there. Stay away from those swoop gangs and keep everything locked up in that old strongbox. Nobody's gonna be busting into that thing. Hope I hear from you soon, Uncle Louie. Let's disable the mine. Let's see about breaking in a strongbox. Impossible. Okay. How do we open it? Strongbox is particularly started. Construction computerized touch panel that uses a password entry system. Because this box is an older off-planet model, there's no interface for you to try and slice the system. You'll have to figure out the password if you want to get inside. Try to enter the password. What is the name of your pet? Hyperdrive. Who taught you how to follow your blaster? Your uncle. Where'd your family originally come from? Alderaan. Identity confirmed. Lockbox disabled. Welcome, Elam. Blaster pistol, Republic mod armor, and 100 credits. Let's come over here and we can give that to Karth. Secure the door. Ooh, okay, hang on. That's Selvin, one of the bounty targets. She's a government contract target, so there is no alignment issue in taking her out.
Stop right there, or I'll give you a blaster shot right between the eyes. Now, what are you doing here?
Who are you?
No, I'm the one with the blaster pointed at you. I get to ask the questions. What are you doing here?
I'm here to collect the bounty on your head, Selvin.
You're a fool if you think you can collect the price on my head. Now
I'm gonna
you'll
die.
see why I'm the most dangerous assassin on Taris.
Well, may as well open with something, because she's using blasters. How did that do no damage?
Lol. Get a melee shield on.
Okay, she's dead. So I can inform Zax at the bounty office for some payment. She had a scope, adrenaline amplifier, and a neural band. Decent items, actually. So let's Increases will saves by 2. Developed after the Extra Kun War, this item bolsters the willpower of the user by electrically enforcing established mental patterns. Republic troops call it Little Shocky. Interesting. Alright, some extra credits.
Ready.
Take a hit of that.
I'm here.
Okay. And another black hole card. And he's down. Okay. Peter Spike. Back on that. Okay, we're done here in the apartments. Let's see. We could finish making our way down to the Undercity. Or let me see what my credits. We're gonna continue on for the moment. Jesus Christ. And I'm the class that's not good at winning regular straight-up fights.
Hold on there, civilian. Only those with official Sith business are allowed into the Undercity. Unless you've got the proper security papers, you better just turn around and go back the way you came.
I've got my security papers right here.
Let me see. Yeah, these look to be in order. Okay, you can go down if you want. Can't say I envy you, though. The Undercity is crawling with mutants. Rat-ghouls, they call them. If you see anything moving down there, shoot first and ask questions later.
You there, Upworlder! Anyone using this elevator has to pay the toll.
Yeah, this is our elevator. If you use it, you gotta give us something.
I don't believe this planet. Even the beggars are trying to shake us down.
5 credits! That's what it costs to use our elevator. 5 credits!
Okay, here's 5 credits.
Credits, my brother! We have credits. Now we can buy food and medicine.
Hush, or the others will hear us. They'll want our credits. We have to hide them.
Go on, you two. Get out of here.
Oh.
I'm sorry about
Phone
that.
call.
Those 2 beggars give everyone in the village a bad name. We aren't all like that, you know. Most of us are good people.
I'm sure you are, miss. It's just too bad your little welcoming committee is here to give people a bad first impression.
My name's Navarra Shaw. Who are you?
My name is Shalina. You're from the Upworld, aren't you? I've never seen it. I was born here in the Undercity. Is it as nice as they say up there?
It's nothing special.
Not to you, I suppose, but you're probably used to its beauty by now. I've never been to the surface, but sometimes I think I can see it in my dreams. The sun, the sky, the stars. It all sounds so wonderful. Gendar, the leader of our village, tells me I should spend more time trying to improve things down here and less time dreaming about something I can never have. Maybe he's right. You probably think I'm a fool, having dreams of a place I've never even seen. But when I was little, Rukil used to tell me stories of what it was like up there.
Rukil? Who's that?
Rukil's the oldest man in the village. The kids call him Rukil Wrinkleskin, but he's a kind man. He used to tell me the greatest stories when I was a little girl. I still like to listen to his tales about the Promised Land, even though I know they're just legends, but it helps to make the Undercity seem less dark somehow.
The Promised Land? What is that?
It's just a story to make little children smile. Rukil believes in it, though. Sometimes I can almost believe it myself, but then I look around and see the ugly truth. I guess we have to make the best of what we have, though. If you really want to learn more about the Promised Land, you should speak to Rukil.
Where can I find Rukil?
He's wandering around somewhere on the south side of the village. He doesn't move too far. He's hard on his bones. He's over 100 years old. The children laugh at him, and people think he's crazy because of his stories about the Promised Land, but he's really just a kind old man.
Where can I find Gendar?
He'll be somewhere in the village. I couldn't say where for sure. He's always busy doing whatever he can to make the lives of the other villagers easier.
Do you know anything about the escape pods that crashed into the Undercity?
I don't know anything about that, but maybe Gendar could help you. Sorry. Is there anything else you need?
Have any other Upworlders come through here recently?
There were quite a few people from the surface marching through the village, but none of them bothered to talk to me. Gendar might know more about them.
I'll be going.
Oh, okay. Well, if you ever need anything, or if you just feel like talking, come back and see me. I hardly ever get a chance to speak to someone from the Upworld.
Okay.
You come from the world above. Is this the time of destiny, then? Is this a portent of the salvation of my people? Or merely another false sign to mislead us from the path? Are you the herald of prophecy? The beacon to guide us through the darkness? Or are you merely another harbinger of shattered dreams and unfulfilled promises?
Be careful. This one might be crazy enough to be dangerous.
Speak to me, Upworlder. Tell me what fate you unleash upon us. Salvation or damnation? Speak, Upworlder. I beg you.
Okay then, could I ask you some questions?
Question. You are uncertain, bewildered, perplexed. Understandable, I suppose. Even after 100 years of life, I myself still become confused at times. Perhaps I can make things more clear. Some things, at least. My name is Rukil, the oldest outcast here in the village. Rukil Wrinkleskin, the children call me sometimes.
I'm Navarra Chal. What do you want from me, Rukil?
Once I was honored for my wisdom, but over time the villagers fell away from the true path. Eventually there was only a single apprentice who followed me, and now she is gone too.
The true path, what does that mean?
No, not yet. I must be wary, careful. You may be a false savior. Dare I share my secrets with you? No, not until you prove yourself.
Prove myself? How do I do that?
My apprentice is lost. I sent her out into the Undercity to find... Well, I cannot tell you. Not yet. Sadly, my apprentice has not returned. Please, Upworlder, will you help an old man? Will you seek out my apprentice in the Undercity? Her name is Malia. I must know of her fate, whatever it may be. I must know what she found.
I will help you with this, Rukil.
Finding her may be difficult. Malia could be anywhere in the Undercity. But if you will find her, I will know you to be our true savior. Only then can I reveal my secret knowledge to you.
I'll be back if I find anything out.
I wish you luck, Upworlder. Come speak to me again once you have discovered the fate of my apprentice.
Okay. Let's talk to
Greetings,
Gendar.
Upworlder. We rarely see your kind here in the Undercity. I find it strange that so many of you have come down from the surface recently.
No offense, but I can see why people normally avoid this place.
Why have you come into this dark and sunless place? Is there something you need of me or my village? I will help you however I can.
You said something about Upworlders who came by here
Our
recently.
village has seen many visitors from the surface recently. Armored troops, swoop gang members, mercenaries. They come to search our sunless world. They're even searching the sewers.
I'm looking for a Twi'lek named Mission Vale.
Yes, I have seen this Twi'lek many times, though I've never spoken to her. She and her Wookiee companion often pass through our village on their way to explore the sewers.
How do I get to the sewers?
There are two entrances into the sewers from the Undercity. One to the northeast of our village, the other to the southeast. But the sewers are dangerous, Upworlder. If you dare to travel those dark tunnels, you would be wise to go heavily armed, unless you wish to become a meal for the rock ghouls and the other foul creatures.
I want to ask you some questions.
Ask your questions, Upworlder. I will answer to the best of my knowledge, though I know little beyond the borders of the Undercity.
Tell me about the rat ghouls that live down here.
The rat ghouls are monsters, hideous mutations who feast on the flesh of our villagers. Their diseased jaws can infect those they attack, transforming the victim into one of those abominations. We know of no cure for the disease, and for the good of the village, we must banish any who become infected, lest they transform and turn on us. Ask your questions.
More questions. Let's see here. Who are you people? How did you come to live here in the Undercity?
We are the outcasts, shunned from the surface for our crimes and banished here to the Undercity. We banded together to form this village that we might survive in this hostile environment. I am Gendar, leader of this village, as my father was and as was his father before him. Many of us have been here for generations, our ancestors cast down long ago. There is no return to the surface for us or our descendants, but somehow we managed to survive amidst the filth and roaming bands of deadly rat ghouls.
It's a horrible way to live.
Life down here can be difficult. It can break the spirit. Many in the village have become bitter and hopeless, especially those newly cast down. But life goes on, and we must try to make the best of what we have. And maybe someday we will find a better life. Listen to me. I'm starting to sound like Rookil.
I think I'll be going now.
Should you have need of anything else, come speak to me. I represent the entire village, and I will do my best to help you however I can.
Okay. Let's see if we can't leave this village.
Hey, you ain't from the village. You're from the Upworld, ain't you? Yes, you've got credits, I bet.
Watch yourself. There's something slimy about this guy. I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him.
My name's Saigir. I run a little salvage shop here. You want to buy something from my store? I got some good deals.
How do you manage to run a store here in the Undercity?
If a villager comes across any useful salvage in the Undercity, they bring it to me. Every so often, members from the lower city gangs come down to trade for the salvage. I'll exchange food and medicine for engine parts, old blasters and the like. Sometimes they even give me credits if I have some really good stuff.
Let me see your inventory.
It ain't the best stuff. Mostly salvage and such, but the prices are right.
Let's see here. Antidote packs. One of those would be a good idea. Johnny battle armor. Oh, he's got computer spikes. Let me grab that. And I'm gonna sell him some crap I don't need. Like this longsword. 5 blades, poker shock sticks, standard blaster pistols, ion blaster, blaster rifles, and some adrenaline. Okay, let's get
Hey there, up.
let's see, inventory. Let me get that other computer spike. Alright, let's go.
Hurry, Hindar! Hurry! I can hear it coming!
He'll never make it. He's doomed. I told him he was a fool to leave the village.
He will make it. Run, Hindar, run!
Open the gate! Quickly! There isn't much time!
Hello?
Hello.
I can't! The Rakghouls are too close!
The mutants will kill him if you don't open the gate!
And if I open the gate, they'll kill us all!
No! You can't do this! It isn't fair! Please, make him open the gate. Hindar will die if he doesn't.
I can't open the gate. Not while the Rakghouls are so near.
Open the gate. I will kill the Rakghouls.
You'd risk your life for a stranger? You're brave, Upworlder. I'll open the gate for you.
He must
You gotta
die.
quick. In a few seconds, I must close and lock it again.
Oh, fuck. That hurt. Okay, and Karth. No, fuck. Didn't mean for him to take that. Oh well. Oh, I didn't buy. I should have bought more antidote packs. Shit. Okay, skills. Computer use. Let's increase that. Persuasion and. Let's see. Yeah, let's put in some demolitions. Feats. Okay, let's go ahead and toughness. Let's see. Except he is poisoned. So that takes care of that.
I can't thank you enough for saving me, Upworlder. If I had anything but these rags on my back, it would be yours. But we have nothing.
I still have you, Hindar. That's all I need. Let's go back to the village.
Okay. I'm gonna save there because things are gonna. This area is a lot more dangerous, so things could get a lot more dangerous. Risky for me. Okay. Let's go this way.
Please, you have to help me. Nobody else is gonna help me. Even the Becks won't help me. But I can't just leave him there. He's my friend. You'll help me, won't you?
Whoa, slow down, Mission. What's going on?
It's Zalbar. He's in trouble. Big trouble. We have to help him. If we don't, they'll sell him into slavery.
Zalbar? You mean your Wookiee friend? What happened? Who's gonna sell him into slavery?
Me and Zalbar, we were just wandering around here in the Undercity. You know, looking for stuff we could find, just kind of exploring. We do it all the time.
I guess with a Wookiee at your side, you've got to figure you can handle the odd Rakghoul attack.
Only this time, they were waiting for us. Gamorrean slave hunters. We didn't even have a chance to run. Big Z threw himself at him and then roared for me to run. I took off. I figured Zalbar would be right behind me. But there were too many of them. He couldn't get away. They're going to sell him to a slaver, I just know it.
Do you know where they took him?
I don't know for sure, but those Gamorreans like to hang out in the sewers. The stink reminds them of home, I guess. That's probably where they took Big Z.
Right, if I help get Zalbar back, you have to help me get inside the Vulcar base.
It's a deal. As soon as we get Big Z back, I'll show you a way into that Vulcar base. Now come on! We have to find Zalbar before they sell him to slavers, or worse.
Do you know where he's being kept?
The Gamorreans make their camps in the sewers. I bet that's where we'll find Zalbar. And that's where I'll show you the secret entrance into the Vulcar compound.
Okay, we've got our second party member, Mission Veo.
Is it Veo or Vow?
Hang on. Well, Gadden said Veo, so... I don't know. Give her a combat suit right now, and her vibroblade. And And let's level her up. Okay. Oh, she has a negative. Let's go ahead and give her a little bit more strength. Stealth, security, and up her demolitions. And, you know, just for shits and giggles, a little bit of computer usage. Alright. Gonna save again. And we'll go this way to continue things. Some repair parts and more med packs.
Don't move. I'm not afraid to use this blaster if I have to.
Settle down, kid. We've already lost enough men to those damn rat ghouls. The last thing we need now is more casualties from a needless firefight. By the looks of you, I'd say you're down here for the same reason we are. To salvage something from those downed Republic space pods. Let me give you some advice. Forget about it. Do yourself a favor and just head back from where you came.
Why? Is there some danger down here?
This isn't a good place to stand around chatting. The Undercity is crawling with rat ghouls. I've already lost a half a dozen men to those monsters.
Candace, I heard something. Over there, in the shadows. Sounded like a rat ghoul.
Looks like we've
Four of
got
them.
company. Get those blasters ready, boys.
Jesus.
You know what I just noticed?
What?
This is like kind of inverse Mass Effect.
Damn.
What do you mean?
I told Davik this salvage mission was a bad
Where you
idea.
pick up
These men
the
are
naive
dangerous kind of
little
thing. I
girl
can't babysit them all. Okay, boys.
before
Get me out of here before I
the
lose anyone else.
rough
I can't carry all this
mercenary
salvage back by myself.
who's
You're too smart
obviously
to get out of here as
renegade
well.
dark
Even if
side.
you can handle the rat ghouls. I doubt there's anything worth finding anymore.
What do you mean by that?
Davik sent me down here with this motley crew to scavenge whatever we could from the Republic escape pods that crashed during the recent battle overhead. But the lower city gangs got here first. Anything worthwhile in those Republic pods is probably in their hands by now. Davik won't like that.
What can you tell me about
What
Davik?
are you, an off-worlder? Everyone knows Davik. He's a member of the Exchange. You know, the interstellar crime syndicate. Smuggling, gambling, extortion. Davik controls it all here on Taris. That's why I'm working for him. But lately, the lower city gangs have been giving my boss some trouble.
What do you know about the lower city
This
gangs?
isn't really the best place to have these kinds of conversations. But I guess I could spare a couple of seconds for you. After all, you did help us out with those rat ghouls. The lower city is overrun with gangs. But the two most important ones are the Hidden Becks and the Black Vulkars. Used to be the Becks were the big dog and kept the others in line. But lately the Black Vulkars are moving in on Beck turf and challenging them for control. The Vulkars are even starting to defy Davik. Take these escape pods, for example. Everyone knew Davik would want first crack at them. But I know for a fact those damn Vulkars have already sent their own salvage party down here.
I better be going now.
Come on, boys, let's move out.
Okay. And if I remember correctly, there should be... This is where the apprentice was at. Oh, good job, Karth. You just went and aggroed every single one of them.
Let's go!
Okay, they're all hanging out by that body, so let's just throw a few frags in there. Rat are kind of the only enemy that I remember in this game that consistently respawn. One of the only ones, I should say. Promised Land Journal, 2 antidote kits. Bless you.
Thank you.
Credits. Okay. Peter Spike, more credits. Disable this mine.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Don't the Jedi and the Sith just like telekinetically just shoot like 50 lightsabers at targets? Why bother with the katas?
What?
Like
No, I'm
why
legitimately confused. What?
like why bother with the like martial arts and the swinging and the stances and everything? Why not just like telekinetically control like 50 lightsabers and just throw them at an enemy? What are they gonna do? Block it?
Greetings once more, Upworlder. Do you bring news of my apprentice? Have you discovered her fate and proved yourself
No,
to be a true savior of my
Star Wars
people?
has moved beyond just a movie. It is kind of engrossed itself as part of modern mythology.
I don't care. I'm not even gonna go into that because that's just a whole lot of things that I just don't want to go into. Your apprentice is dead. I have her journal.
It is as I feared, then. She joins the list of those who have given their lives in the service of our cause. But though I am saddened by this news, there is yet hope. By finding my apprentice, you have proved yourself worthy, Upworlder. You are to be the beacon on our path to salvation. You will guide us to the Promised Land.
Guide you? I don't even know where the Promised Land is.
You are marked, Upworlder. Even my dim old eyes can see the mantle of destiny that cloaks you. Perhaps old Rookhill knows you better than you know yourself. I am old. I have lived 100 years in the Undercity, cast down into the darkness. I know the legends and history of our people, and now you must learn it too.
Very well. Tell me the history of your people.
The great city of Taris covers the entire surface of this planet. There is no land to grow food. Kelp harvests and the creatures of the sea are our only food source. A century ago, rising levels of toxic pollution poisoned the oceans, and famine swept the planet. The rich hoarded food for their own use, and the poor were left to starve and die.
From what I've seen of Terrace, it doesn't look like much has changed. Except for the upper city, people here are just as bad off as the poor in your little history.
But the poor rose up against this tyranny, and civil war engulfed the planet. Millions died in the fighting, and huge sections of Taris were destroyed or abandoned. The rebellion was crushed in the end. Thousands were taken prisoner. The jails could not hold them all, and so the practice of banishing all prisoners to the Undercity was born.
Is that how you came to be down here?
Many brave men and women were banished here to the Undercity for their part in the rebellion. People like my father and grandfather were cast down, along with their families.
What did you expect? If they could get away with it, the Teresian nobles would stuff their own mothers down here to make more room in the upper city.
Now we live a dark existence beneath the streets of Taris, a life devoid of all hope but one, the Promised Land. And you will be the one to show us the way to get there.
How can I lead you to the Promised Land when I don't even know what it is?
Legends tell of a self-sufficient colony founded just before the famine and lost during the Civil War. A paradise beneath the Undercity where droid servants tend to every need. For many years I searched for the Promised Land, just as my grandfather and father did before me. When I became old and gray, my apprentice continued the search on my behalf.
Sounds like a myth to me. Something to give the people here some false hope to cling to so they don't go mad with despair.
I have collected many clues hinting at its location. The journal of my apprentice provides yet more information. But still, there are too many pieces missing from this puzzle. But I know my father and grandfather each had journals where they recorded their own discoveries. Perhaps with their journals, I could at last uncover its hidden location.
And you want me to find these missing journals?
I have nothing to offer if you help me in this. I hope the knowledge that you are helping the entire village escape a life of darkness and suffering is reward enough.
Don't worry, Rukel. I'll find those
It
journals.
is many decades since my father set out on his journey, but I remember he was eager to explore the sewers. You might want to begin your search there. I wish you luck in your quest, Upworlder. The future survival of this village, of my people, depends on you.
Alright. Let's do that. Guys! Just fucking trapped me.
I saw you talking with Rukel. He told you his legends about the Promised Land, didn't he? He told you all about his missing apprentice and the other lost explorers, right? You know, most people don't believe his stories. They figure he's
Chester
nothing but an old
McBadbat.
crook. I think there might be some truth in what he's saying. That's why I want to stop him.
Stop him? What are you talking about?
For an outcast, I've got things pretty good. The village relies on me to bring in food and supplies. I'm an important man. If it wasn't for Gendar, I'd be running this place.
I get the feeling if it wasn't for Gendar, this place would be a lot worse off than it is.
But if Rukel ever finds his promised land, I'm sunk. People won't need to rely on me anymore. I'll just be another nobody like all the rest of the villagers. I won't let that happen.
That's horrible. How could you be so self-centered?
Don't judge me. I learned a long time ago that if I want to survive down here, I've got to look out for number one. The two explorers who went searching for the Promised Land might have found something. They might have found clues or evidence, just like Rukel's apprentice. They would have recorded that information in their journals. I'll pay you if you bring all three journals to me. The two from the explorers and the one from Rukel's apprentice. Then I can destroy the evidence and make sure nobody ever finds the Promised Land. I've saved up enough credits for my business here to make it worth your while if you help me.
Forget it. I won't betray Rukel in the village for you.
Don't be a fool. I'm the only one here who can pay you for those journals. Rukel has nothing. He won't be able to come up with any kind of reward. Once you have all three journals, just bring them to me and I'll give you a decent reward. Now, was there something else you needed?
I'll be going now.
Okay, you'll come back and see me if you want a deal.
Okay. That handled. Let's start exploring the Undercity in earnest.
You there, civilian. This is a restricted area. What are you doing down here?
Look, I've got all this proper security papers.
Security papers? Oh, you're one of those trackers the commander sent down, right? They should have given you an armed escort. It's nasty down here. We've already lost one patrol. We figure the Rak ghouls got them. We've had so many encounters with those things, we've actually run out of Rak ghoul serum. Plus, we've had several skirmishes with looters from those lower city swoop gangs. I'm telling you, we should just stay in the upper city where we're in control.
You said you lost one patrol already?
Oh, is that why you're down here? Search and rescue? I didn't think they'd send anyone. They were in the southern section of the Undercity when we lost contact. I would have gone to investigate, but my orders are to search for those crashed escape pods, even if it means leaving another patrol to die.
Why don't you just give up the search?
Hey, I'd never disobey my orders. I'm not a fan of court-martials and executions. I was just talking, you know. Nothing anyone has to mention to the commander. Come on, patrol, let's get back to it. The sooner we get this search done, the sooner we can get out of this mutant-infested hole. Move out.
Okay. So they said southern section of the Undercity. Okay, so that would be to my right. But we're gonna just continue this way for a little bit.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Is Mission supposed to be a melee character?
She's she is a scoundrel, same class as me. She by default has a blaster or pistol, but she has her own unique vibroblade that can be upgraded.
Help.
Neat.
Help me. Please. I can feel it inside my skin. Something growing. Like some kind of hideous disease.
What? I'm not even over here! I'm not even over here! That's an entirely different area of the map! Wait here, I'll see if I can find... Yeah.
I can feel it!
This game is so buggy. It teleported me to a different area of the map. You can see I didn't even uncover anything. God damn it. Well, and just because this game bugs, it made me fail a quest I was trying to save for later. So the thing is, you can find the Rakghoul serum down here and come up and cure this guy, but the game glitched out and teleported me over to where he was. Somehow. Look, I was over there. God, that's so this game. A corpse Sith soldier. So kit, beam splitter, heavy combat suit, blaster rifle, Rakghoul serum. If the game had let me come over here, I could have gotten this and saved that guy. Oh well. Okay, gonna quickly save. Okay, sewer entrance. Okay, I need to do some exploring down here. Hello? Okay, mission just leveled up. Let's increase her demolition skills. Security skill. Awareness, I guess. Feats. Toughness. Credits, parts. They just had a room full of rat holes. Outcast corpse. Another Promised Land journal.
I just thought of the stupidest thing.
What?
Thanks, Upworlder. You made me lose my position in this village because of your stupid racism.
Oh, you always make that joke whenever we hear that voice actor. And he's in this game in like 6 different places.
I mean, it doesn't help that he's playing a bad guy.
Yeah. But still. Ooh, cryobomb grenade. More Gamorreans. Hit these down.
You know,
that's a lot of rackles.
There's a couple races in Star Wars that are like
They're like what?
Completely irredeemable.
Or at least consistently shown as bad guys.
Like, there's never been just a Gamorrean chef. Never been a Trandoshan garbage man. It's always a bounty hunter or some murderer or somebody in like an illegal boxing arena where people end up getting killed. There's never just a dude.
This game and The Mandalorian really helped out with the Tuscans.
Mm-hmm. Though it's very, like, just unfortunate that when you go through, like, some races, like, some get more, like, actual, like, culture.
Yeah.
Or just a fair shake of being a human, quote unquote. And then others are just the bad guy.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it,
okay, that's a busted door.
Technically, Marin is the first ever not bad
Night Sister.
Well, Zabrak.
No.
Specifically from I always forget the name of it.
Dathomir.
Dathomir.
That's why I said Night Sister.
Well, she's still the race is Zabrak, so.
Yeah, but we've seen multiple Zabraks that were just fine. That's why I said Night Sister, because I was explicitly saying.
Yeah, but they were still under the control of the whole Night Sisters, who were definitely not good.
Well, she's a good Night Sister. She's still a Night Sister.
Yeah, and all of them are dead, so she can make her own decisions.
Just because Mother Talzin was aligned with Count Dooku doesn't mean all the Night Sisters are inherently bad.
Well, we haven't seen any of them be good.
Sure we have. We saw Marin. Holy shit! Like, what the fuck? Why did I get murked? What the fuck is happening?
So, you just rolled like 8 ones in a row.
Jesus Christ, I've never died in that room before. Literally, I've never died in that room like that before. What the fuck happened? Oh, don't tell me. When was the last time I saved? Oh, good. There was an autosave in the sewers. But still, like, what the shit?
Also, I just have a huge, like, dislike of the whole thing that in any kind of story that has multiple species, humans are the only one that have the ability to be more than the one thing.
Yeah, multifaceted. Yeah, that bothers me too.
It's like, oh yeah, humans are multifaceted and diverse. It's like, shouldn't all people?
I'm still fucking reeling from that shit that just happened. Like, what the hell?
You roll 8 ones in a row.
Clearly.
And they happen to roll 53s.
Spike.
God damn it, I have to go again. So I'm sorry.
No worries. Okay, Promised Land Journal. Why am I rolling so many ones?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, open that. That door.
Hey, Card. You're a pilot for the Republic, right? You've been all over the galaxy, I bet, right? So tell me, how would you rate Tars compared to other worlds you've seen?
To be honest, Mission, Terrace would rate pretty low. The prejudice, the rich spoiling themselves while the poor are crushed beneath them. It's not a pretty picture.
Yeah, but that's only since the Sith occupation. Before that, well, I guess it wasn't all that different, really. Maybe Tars ain't as great as I thought, you know?
Trust me, Mission, there are a lot of worlds better than Terrace. There are worse, too, but Terrace is no place for a kid to live on her own. Even a kid who's got a Wookiee to look out for.
Hey, I ain't no kid. I look out for Zalbar as much as he looks out for me. Bixie's my friend, not my babysitter. Jeez, I come ask you a question, you give me a lecture.
Don't you snap at me, Missy. You want a lecture? How's this? Only bratty little children fly off the handle because of a simple comment.
Settle down right now, both of you.
I don't have to listen to you, Car. You ain't my father, though you're sure old enough to be. So keep your lectures inside your withered old head, because I don't need them.
And I sure as hell don't need this. Look, let's just drop it and get back to what we were doing.
Okay, we were in here before. Alright, so we don't need
Yeah,
to...
you know,
okay.
now knowing that mission is supposed to be like 16, 17.
I think it was 4. I thought our official age was 14. I don't know. I'll have to check. 14, 15 sounds good. I should say sounds right. It astounds me how I could have some combats where I do super well, and then certain combats where it's just like I get rolled over.
Welcome to the Indie. Population dead people.
Corpse. Corpse. Alright, let me see here. Nope. Okay. How many of these things? Yeah, I missed out on the other one. Yeah, I think I missed out. I missed the... Alright, let me go back.
You were correct. She is 14.
Okay.
I am here, but I am crunching. I do not want that to be picked up on audio.
Speaking of which, I should heat up a bowl of food for myself. Yeah, I missed this door. The room full of rattles. Okay, here is the last one I needed. So now we're gonna save Zalbar and then head back to that village. But actually, first I will head up to the upper city to turn in that Rectal serum so that I can get that last item before I do that. Pushes wrong button. Continues pushing wrong button.
It's confused as to why a button is not working. Blames game.
Of course. If I cannot blame the game, who else could I blame? Surely not myself. Jesus fucking... Okay, looks like Karth leveled up, which is good because he needs some health right now. Give him some dueling feat. And yeah, you take that Viper Blade.
What?
Why did you do that?
Because Karth's shooting at point blank was not working out.
Dueling makes it so that you have increased hit chance when you only have one weapon.
Yeah, and he has one weapon right now.
Doesn't he have 2 blasters?
He has 2 blasters, but dueling's only for melee.
No, dueling also works for guns.
Look at this. This is one of those old-style manual locks. No computer codes or nothing. The sewers is the only place you'd see one of these on Terra.
At least dueling in KOTOR 2 is for blasters as well.
But don't worry. I've come across them before. I've rigged up a little device that should do the trick.
You're a sight for sore eyes, Mission.
I'm glad to see you too, Big Z. You didn't think I'd forget about you. Mission and Zalbar, together forever.
Who's that with you?
These are my new friends, Big Z. Without them, I could never have got you out.
Good to meet you, Zalbar. I'm Navara Chalar. Know the language of my people? That is rare among your species. I am impressed. You've saved me from a life of servitude and slavery. There's only one way I can ever repay such an act. I will swear a life debt to you.
A life debt? You sure about that, Big Z? Think about it carefully. You better be sure about this.
I am sure, Mission. This is an issue of great importance to me, because our great physical strength Wookiees are being used as slave labor on our homeworld. They see us as brutes and animals to be exploited. Over the years, slavers have taken many of my people. We must always be on guard against raids against our villages. When the Comorians captured me, I thought I was doomed to a life of servitude. I've been saved from such a fate, and the only way I can repay that is through a life debt.
Big Z swearing a Wookiee life debt to you? Wow, this is major. Do you realize what it means?
It's some kind of loyalty vow, isn't it?
A life debt is the most solemn vow a Wookiee can make. It means he'll stay by your side for the rest of your life. Wherever you go, whatever you do, Zalbar will be with you.
In the presence of all, I swear my life debt, forever, and after I will be by your side, Navara Char. May my vow be as strong as the roots of the great roaster trees of Kashyyyk. I'm honored to accept this vow.
I guess this means you're stuck with me too. Wherever Big Z goes, I'm going. I almost lost him once. It's not gonna happen again.
Glad to have you aboard, Mission.
So, I guess I still owe you one secret path into the Volker base. That was the deal, wasn't it? Don't worry. I know a back door into that scum den.
Good. The sooner we get there, the
I
better.
gotta come with you. The Volkers put up a force shield to keep the sewer dwellers out. I'm one of the only non-Volkers on Terrace who can get you past it. I can't remember exactly how to get there, but I know it was somewhere here in the sewers. Over to the northeast, if I remember right. I just hope the Rancor monster isn't still there.
Rancor? Are you serious?
There used to be a Rancor monster that made its nest in that part of the sewers. Pretty much eats anything it can get its claws on. That thing is huge. Luckily, Rancors aren't too bright. I was able to sneak past it before, so I'm sure we'll figure something out. That is, unless you want to change your mind.
That's not really an option. Let's go.
Okay then, off we go. Like I said, somewhere to the southeast. Just look for the force shield, and we'll know we're there.
Zalbar has joined the party. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and replace Karth with Zalbar. Let's go ahead and level him up. Treat injury, computer usage, feats, dueling.
I'm sorry, what?
What do you mean?
How is Zalbar a scout?
Don't worry about it. Okay, before we actually head over to that base, I'm going to return to the hideout because I got stuff to do in the upper city now that I've done all these things. So, one moment. Be right back. Also, I'm going to heat up something for food. Okay, I'm back.
Hello.
Okay, let's continue. So, here we go.
Who are you? What are you doing in here? You can't just come barging into someone's home.
I'm sorry, just investigating
That's
the
no
area.
excuse. You can't just go around barging into people's apartments because you're curious. But at least you're more polite than that pig Holden.
Holden,
Just
who's
one
that?
of Darvik's men who can't keep his hands to himself. But all he got for his trouble was a nasty scar from my vibroblade. Too bad I'm the one still paying the price.
What do you mean?
I don't want to talk about it. I'm in enough trouble already. Besides, I don't know if I can trust you.
You can trust me. Maybe I can help.
Well, I suppose you seem like an all-right sort. When I cut Holden, it made him back off, but it also embarrassed him in front of his friends. Holden's a spiteful little hut slug. He went and put out a bounty on my head for what I did. That's why I'm hiding out here.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I doubt it. Holden is one of Darvik's men. When you work for the local crime lord, the authorities tend to turn a blind eye. I'm afraid this is between me and Holden now.
Maybe I can speak to Holden for you.
Could try, I guess. He usually hangs out at the cantina in the lower city. It probably won't do any good. Holden's used to getting his own way. That's one of the fringe benefits of being a goon for Darvik. Working for the local crime lord lets you get away with things. Still, I appreciate the offer.
Did she say lower city?
Goodbye
Going
and good
now.
luck. I hope you can talk some sense into Holden.
Yeah, let's see here. Nope. Yeah, lower city. Now I need to go get that permacrete detonator. The Emporium.
Ugh.
You good?
Hey there.
Arm is in
What can I
pain.
do for you?
I want to know a little bit more about you, Mission.
Really? You want to know about me? Nobody's ever really been interested in me before. What do you want to know?
How did you and Zalbar hook up?
Big Z's my family, you know? My parents, well, I guess they're dead. It was just me on my own until the day I saw Zalbar in the lower city. I could tell right away he was in trouble. This was before the gang wars were out of hand. But even then, the Volkers were scum. A few of them were hassling Big Z, trying to pick a fight, but he wasn't looking for trouble.
Who'd want to pick a fight with a Wookiee?
Hey, nobody said the Volkers were smart, but there were 3 of them, so maybe they figured they could handle him. I don't know. Anyway, I don't like the Volkers at the best of times. And when I saw them picking on this poor Wookiee, all alone on a strange planet, overwhelmed by the big city, I just lost it. I screamed out, "Leave him alone, you core slimes!" and charged right at them. Well, one of them saw me coming and slapped me so hard he just about knocked me cold.
Bless me.
You're lucky he didn't fry you with a blaster.
Hey, I don't need a lecture from you. You ain't my mother. I knew what I was doing. Those Volkers didn't scare me. They're nothing but cowards. I knew how to deal with them. Of course, I never got the chance. I guess Zalbar didn't like seeing me get smacked around. He let out this howl and yanked that Volker a meter up off the ground and held him there by his throat.
Did Zalbar kill him?
Are you kidding? Big Z ain't like that. He's just a big old softy inside. Of course, the Volkers didn't know that. The other 2 screamed and ran off. Can't say I blame them. The first time you see an angry Wookiee up close, it isn't a pretty sight. I thought Zalbar was gonna rip that punk's arms off and beat him to death with his own fists. The Volker was so scared, he fainted. Or maybe it was Big Z's breath just knocked him out.
Mission!
Sorry, Zalbar, but I keep telling you to brush those choppers once in a while. Why do you think I won't stand downwind when you're talking? Anyway, I knew those Volkers would be back with friends, so I grabbed Zalbar and we took off. Ever since then, we've been a team. We look out for each other, you know?
How did Zalbar end up on Terrace?
He was fleeing some kind of trouble back on Kashyyyk. That's all I know, really. Big Z doesn't like to talk about it. In case you didn't notice, he's the strong, silent type. Doesn't much matter to me, though. I accept him for what he is, not what he was. Me and Zalbar like to live in the present.
How did you survive before you met Zalbar?
Hey, what's that supposed to mean? You think I can't take care of myself? I've got street smarts. I know how to get by on my own. In fact, I look out for Zalbar more than he looks out for me, you know? Big Z's a little bit too gullible to make it alone on the mean streets of the lower city.
We should get back to the task at hand.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Like I used to tell my brother, fast talk and slick words don't get the job done.
I didn't know you had a brother.
My brother's a touchy subject, you know? It just so happens, I don't really feel like talking about him right now. Nothing personal. Let's just get back to the business at hand, okay?
Okay, now that that's handled, let's get the permacrete detonator.
Welcome to the equipment. Because of this.
Should be... yeah, right here. Should be able to sell her some junk. These blaster pistols, blaster rifle. Okay. Oh shit, I forgot to do something at the hideout. Yeah, since I have these moddable weapons and armor, I should actually fucking do that.
Why start now, hun?
Okay, armor. Let's do that. I don't have any more armor mods. Missions I played. Okay, don't have anything. But Cart's blaster, he can. I'm gonna re-equip that blaster for him soon. Also gonna give him a heavy blaster in addition to it. We should probably equip Zalbar. He's running around empty-handed. Oh shit, I only have blasters.
I'm here.
I better buy him a sword. Let me see what you got for sale.
Achuta.
Okay. Okay, he's got a couple computer specs. Let me match those up. Okay, let's see here. Ugh, I don't have enough for a full-on Viper sword, so let's sell one of our combat suits. Okay. Fiber sword. And that's for Zalbar.
I'm here.
Alright, back onto the mean streets. I'd say as we're in the affluent neighborhood.
I mean, the people here are pretty mean, just outwardly being bigoted towards you, so I guess it counts, maybe, possibly.
I want to talk to you about your brother.
I was a little snappish when we last talked. I'm sorry about that. I get a little touchy when it comes to Griff. It's kind of embarrassing telling people about him.
You don't have to tell me anything if you don't want to.
No, I want to tell you. Zalbar's a great listener, but it might be nice to talk about this with someone who doesn't reply in growls and grunts. I never knew my parents. My brother always looked out for me. He's the one who brought me here to Tars. I was just a kid, only 5. But I remember the trip, if you could call it that. We were stuffed inside a packing crate in a starfreighter's cargo hold with just enough food and water to make the trip. Not exactly first class, you know?
You were stowaways?
I don't know the whole story. I was pretty young, but my brother owed a lot of money. Might even have been a few arrest warrants out for him, I don't know. The only way to get off the planet was to smuggle ourselves out. I mean, I don't want to make it sound like we were criminals. Well, maybe my brother was. See, this is why I don't like to talk about it. It makes Griff sound worse than he really was. My brother had his problems, but he always looked out for me.
What kind of brother, what kind of problems did your brother have?
He gambled and drank, and he was always borrowing money for his latest get-rich-quick scheme. But he had a good heart, you know? He taught me how to survive. He showed me how to slice into a computer security system, how to get inside a locked building without the entrance codes, and how to spot a wealthy mark for a quick shell game.
Pretty handy skill to have, Mission.
Yeah, Griff did right by me. I really miss him since he left. I keep hoping he'll come back someday. He promised me he would.
Why did he leave?
He fell in with a bad crowd. It's all Lena's fault. She's the one who took him from me. Just batted those long lashes at him and off he went.
Who's Lena?
I don't want to talk about Griff and Lena. Just the thought of that space tramp makes my blood boil. Subject's closed as far as I'm concerned. If I'm gonna be any help to you, I can't be worrying about my brother running off with some intergalactic skank. So is there something else you need? Okay,
Nothing, never mind.
Have it your way.
Okay, gonna head over to the dueling arena and challenge the next 2 combatants.
Mission has opinions on Lena.
As it sometimes tends to happen. When somebody new comes into your family's life and starts to monopolize all of a family member's time. Especially one that you were close to. Alright, another fight. Ready for duel. Ice. Alright, let's do it. He always gives like a little...
Ladies and gentlemen, draw your eyes to the center ring. We have a very special presentation in store for you. Over in this corner, a woman with steel on her bones and ice water in her veins. She's cold and quick as death itself. You know her. You love her. Ice. And in the other corner, a rising star taking that first step into the big leagues. I give you the mysterious stranger.
Okay, first things first, energy shield. And let's throw a poison grenade. And a frag. Then we'll run up on her.
I have faith in you. All my money on Frost.
Oh my god, she did not get poisoned. There we go. I missed. Okay, one.
See, I told you could do it.
The fight is over. The mysterious stranger has won. Ice is knocked out cold. Looks like we have a rising star in the mysterious stranger, folks. But how high can this star soar? You'll just have to watch and see.
Okay, 105 experience points. Alright, that's 300 credits for that fight.
I've never been one to shy away from the cold, hard truth, so I'll just come right out and say it. I can't compete with the likes of you, stranger. I know when I'm overmatched. You're good. Very good. But you're wrong if you think that means I'm suddenly going to warm up to you. Truth is, I really don't have anything more to say. So you might as well move on.
You beat Ice. I've been trying to beat her for years, and you do it just like that. I can't believe how lucky you are. That's right. I said lucky. Lucky to be born with the kind of talent I spent a lifetime trying to build. It isn't fair, I tell you.
You beat me fair and square, String.
Jesus.
Pretty impressive, stranger. Ice is no pushover. People are starting to take notice of you. They say you're the best thing to come along since Twitch stepped into the ring. If you're gonna keep climbing the ranks, then I guess I'm next on your hit list, kid. I'm looking forward to it.
Let's step into the ring then.
Time, do you? Go talk to Adger. He'll set the matchup.
Okay, let's start the next duel. I might lose this. This guy used to be the duel champion.
I like how we preface.
Draw your eyes to the center ring. We have a very
The fucking carbon scoring still there from the grenade.
Lol.
A 20-year veteran.
No time to fix.
Damn it. Phone call again.
Let's have a big hand for Morrow. But there's always some young gun coming up to knock the veterans off. And we've got one of the best right here. I give you the mysterious stranger.
Shit! What the fuck?
The stranger is down.
What the? What actually happened?
Merle has done it again. 20 years and still going strong for the veteran. And a hard lesson for the
What
up-and-coming
even
rookie.
happened?
Better luck next time, stranger.
He attacked me once and my health was gone. And then I healed. And then my health was gone again. Not right now. I will have to try that again later. What the shit? Level am I right now? 5. I've never been destroyed that hard in this.
Hey, Big Z, we gotta do something about your breath. I didn't want to say anything, but it's bad. Worse than usual, which is hard to believe. In fact, now that I think about it, your breath has been pretty rancid ever since we rescued you from those Gamorrean slavers. What'd they feed you, buddy?
They didn't. I wasn't their guest mission. I was a prisoner. I don't think they cared much about what happened to me.
Oh, Zalbar, that's terrible. I know how grouchy you get if you don't get your 8 square meals a day. I'm amazed you didn't pass out from hunger.
I did manage to take a chunk out of the arm of one of the guards. Wandered too close to my cage. It tasted awful, so I spat it out.
Ew. No wonder your breath is so bad, Big Z. Gamorreans smell like bantha poodoo. We'll have to pick you up a toothbrush to clean that stench out of your choppers.
Wookiees do not brush their teeth mission. It isn't done. Humiliation. What humiliation will you do next?
Relax.
Comb?
No toothbrush. Sheesh. Just try and eat something else to cover up that smell, okay? Stay away from anything that's smart enough to lock you in a cage this time.
I'll take care of it as soon as I can, mission. For now, can we stay focused at the task at hand? Okay, let's go to Zelkaforn and give him the cure to rat pool disease.
Welcome back. You have the serum? Impossible. How did you get this? No, wait. I don't really want to know. Can I see it? The serum, I mean? I need to see if there is enough for me to analyze it so I can start producing it in mass quantities.
Here you go.
Let me see. Yes, this is it. A cure for the rat ghoul disease. With this sample, I can make enough serum for everyone. The people of Terrace owe you a debt they can never repay. Please, take this small reward. It isn't much, but it's all I can afford. A few credits and 2 spare med packs.
Are you sure you can spare a little something extra?
I suppose I could give you a discount here at my shop, in addition to the credits and med packs. Other than that, there is really nothing else I can offer. I appreciate everything you've done. There are many who would have sold the serum to the crime lord Davik for a much higher sum. Now, is there anything else I can do for you?
Okay, let me see what he's got for sale. Okay, let's get... I'm gonna need 1 sample of the rat ghoul serum. Let me grab 1 med pack.
You blew it. If you'd brought that rat ghoul serum to Zax, you would have made it worth your while. But no, you had to go and do the honorable thing.
See ya, Kearney. Asshole. Handled that. Need to go talk to a guy. Please, human. I am injured and need of assistance. These human children keep hitting and kicking me. I cannot reason with them.
Oh
if
my
I fight
God,
back, I
dude.
can be arrested.
Get out of here, you goggle-eyed freak. You're too ugly for the upper city.
Yeah, go back
They
to
are
where you came
kids.
from. We don't want your kind up here.
Please, human, help me. Maybe these offspring of your species will listen to you. Hey, you kids, leave that Athorian alone.
Why do you care what happens to some scummy alien? He's just a freak.
Yeah, he isn't even supposed to be in the upper city.
Just because he's different doesn't give you the right to attack him.
Come on, let's go. I don't want to listen to this alien lover anymore.
Thank you, human. I was returning from a visit with a work associate when those child humans attacked me and chased me through the streets. You look hurt.
They
Here,
attacked me.
I've got a med pack.
They even
Let me
use
help
spit
you.
wads.
And you know, if you don't help him, they will kill him.
Jesus!
Yeah, I've played through all the possibilities. Those kids were not just fucking around. They were actively hurting him very badly. You will watch the kid kill him in front of you.
Oh my God. You know what? That just brings on more things. Man, that Athorian is worthless.
He's old, and they were, and apparently what they did was they have been hurling stones and hitting and kicking and hurting him all throughout the streets. So, yeah. Alright, so I'm looking for another guy. Nothing there. There's another guy whose bounty we have in here, and I'm gonna help him out instead of killing him. You can skirt around all of Davik's bounties. There's 3 Davik bounties. There's a guy in the lower city and then the two people in the apartments.
Please don't hurt me. You don't have to kill me. I'll have Davic's money if he just gives me a little more time. Please. I don't want to die. Here, I've got 50 credits on me. That's all I've got. It's yours. Just don't tell Davic where I'm hiding, okay? I'm begging you.
What are you babbling about? Oh, don't worry, I'm not gonna hurt you.
You mean you're not here to kill me? But I thought you were one of Davic's bounty hunters. If you're not here to kill me, what do you want?
Maybe I could help you with your problem with Davic.
I don't think anyone can help me. I owe Davic money, and I was late with the payment. So he went to Zach's in the bounty office and put a price on my head. I've been hiding here ever since. But sooner or later, someone will find me. Unless I somehow come up with another 200 credits. I'm a dead man.
Here, I've got 200 credits you can have.
You'd give 200 credits to a stranger just to help them out? I don't believe it. Oh, thank you. Now I can pay off Davic. Oh, thank you. You've saved my life. I better go give this to Davic right away.
Okay, that's taken care of. That resolves 3 bounties. Now we gotta give the guy the permacrete detonator so we can resolve one of the last bounties. Luckily with the permacrete one we still get paid. You can get about you can get about 400 credits per bounty if you have the persuasion skill for it. To ask for more.
Off limits. Only Sith patrols and those with proper authorization are allowed into the lower city. It's obvious from the way you're dressed that you're not one of the Sith patrols, so unless you have the authorization papers, you must move along.
I've got my authorization papers right here.
Everything seems to be in order. Okay, I guess you can go down to the lower city. Just be careful down there. Those swoop gangs will take a shot at anybody. Even our Sith patrols have come under fire.
Okay. It should be here. Did I already move this? No, I didn't. I was afraid you wouldn't come back. Did you manage to find the permacrete detonator? I have the detonator right here. Go on. Take it. Let me see. Yes, this should do the trick. There won't be anything left of this apartment but some scorching on the walls after I set this bad boy off. Okay, one moment. One sec, y'all. I gotta fix the party audio.
Inkin kun no ba mulri rachikun takom justak miki grabel mogo. Kachi chu ai donga tulpada bonk molya gando danago chuchut. Moga shampungpa bolawana chikni. Bamulle slik mo podana wanga kun bist mulira best. Tongai tuam jiji yumalit pa ang inkotu. Tolbada bunkwalya gando de nago chuchut, kachi chuaitha haudunga. Yumalit ka inkotun, chilo mulra de nebobo, unka kun biskang, bamulara.
Raven?
Hello?
There we go. Okay, fix that.
Alright. Sorry about that.
No worries. I got that taken care of. Okay, got some light save points, and I can go see Zax, and he will still pay me as he'll believe that that guy is dead. Still with me, Raven?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, making sure. Also, Holden should be in this cantina, so I should be able to also talk him out of his bounty on Dia. Yeah, there he is.
Huh? What? Oh, sorry. I didn't see you there. My attention was kind of focused on the Twi'lek dancers. Look at them waggle those head tails. Don't worry, honey. Alien girls aren't really my thing. I'm much more interested in an attractive female of my own species.
You're the guy who put the bounty on Dia's head, right?
You're here about that? I guess Zax must have mentioned me to you at the bounty office. Fair enough. I don't care who takes her out. Just so long as the job gets done. I can't let her get away with what she did. That witch tried to cut me with her vibro blade.
I want the bounty on Dia's head removed.
What? I can't do that. Think how it would look. I work for Davik. I've got a certain reputation to uphold. I can't let her get away with this. There has to be payback. Although, I do feel a little guilty about all this. Dia's a good-looking gal. It'd be a shame to kill her. Tell you what, I'll take 200 credits in exchange for lifting the bounty.
If you hired someone to kill Dia, it will look like you weren't man enough to do it yourself.
Well, I guess you may be right. Besides, I've noticed some of the girls around here are giving me the cold shoulder since all this started. Okay, you win. Dia can live. Don't worry. I'll stick to my end of the bargain. I'll go tell Zax right now that the bounty is off the table.
Okay, did that and didn't even have to spend any money to convince him.
Back again, human? We didn't come just to chat. Davik hired me to do business and make credits, not to make small talk.
I've got the bounty I want to collect on.
Bounty? That's what I'm here for. Which bounty are you to collect on?
Matrix is dead.
Believe you, human. I heard reports of a rather large explosion. Some of my people saw you buying the Perma Creek detonator. It's good Matrix is dead, but maybe you went overboard. Human, next time use a blaster, not a bomb. Bombs are messy. At least the job is done. Here's 300 credits. That's the price for all bounties.
I want 400 credits for this job.
You're brave, human. To bargain with the hut, but I like you. Okay, 400 it is.
Okay, got another bounty to collect on. Selvin.
So Selvin's dead. All the other bounty hunters who went after her ended up dead themselves, you know. You did well, human.
Another 300. 400. Okay. Details on the bounty I'm offering. Tell me about Dia.
Wait, almost forgot. Bounty's been pulled, human. Holden told me he doesn't want her dead anymore. Sorry, no credits for Dia.
Another thing about bounties. Details on bounty you're offering. Largo.
Actually, now that I think of it, the bounty's no longer on the table. Davik told me Largo's bounty is off the table. I guess the merchant came up with the credits. Don't bother with that one anymore, human.
Okay. So that only leaves Bendak Starkiller, which, as I said before, I can only do after I have resolved the situation, after I have beaten all the other duelists. So that's that for now. In the meantime, let's get back to the Undercity. Use the rat ghoul serum to cure a few people. And then, well, what the fuck? Was right in place for a second.
Lol.
And then after we've done that, we can head over. We could give them the Promised Land journals and resolve that quest as well. Selection. No, I'll keep developer. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go cure some people of rat ghoul disease.
Wait, Upworlder. You can't go through this gate.
Fine,
There's too
I
much danger
guess.
and suffering beyond. For your own sake, turn back.
I've brought you a serum to cure the rat ghoul disease.
Your offer is generous, Upworlder, but the serum is useless to us now. The villagers infected with the rat ghoul disease have been quarantined beyond this gate. At any moment, they could be transformed into terrible monsters. Nobody would be foolish enough to risk going into the pens to give them the cure. The infected ones could transform into rat ghouls and attack them at any moment.
I'm going through the gates to try and help the infected ones.
I can't stop you from going through the gates, Upworlder, but if the infected ones have already transformed into rat ghouls, you'll be walking into your grave.
Please, help us. We're infected with the rat ghoul disease. At any moment we could... no! This cannot... no!
Alright, 3 right off the bat. God.
Yeah?
Mission.
What?
Alright.
Please, you have to help us. We beg you. We don't want to end up like the others. Please help us. We can't end up like them.
I've brought you a serum that can cure the rat ghoul disease.
You have a cure? Please give it to me, please, quickly, before it's too late.
You won't. We will kill you.
Here, take this serum. I have enough for both of you.
Quickly, I must inject it before it is too late. Yes, I feel it working. I feel the disease burning away. It's like a miracle. I am cured. Thank you, Upworlder. You have saved us from a fate worse than death. I only wish I had some reward to give you. Maybe you can find something worthwhile in the wreckage of that Republic escape pod.
That's her pointing you towards the soldier who could also use the serum. If you talk to the soldier and give him the serum, he will tell you that he heard about another escape pod that had crashed off to another direction. And if you go there, there's more rat ghouls that you can fight, but nothing much of consequence.
Not long ago, an escape pod crashed.
All right, then.
Far to the northeast of the village. We were going to try and salvage equipment from it, but we were attacked by the rat ghouls and infected. I'd tell you more if I could, but our salvage team never reached the pod. It's probably still there, unless some of the other Upworlders already found it and picked it clean. We should go now, Upworlder. We're anxious to return to the village and see our families again. Thank you once again for everything you've done.
Also, that Republic soldier that you help out by curing, he immediately, he then hears some rat ghouls, panics, runs for his life, and as he's running, you see him get hit by a rat ghoul and immediately die. It's like, are you fucking serious?
Wow.
Yeah.
He's worthless.
You amaze me. I always thought the surface dwellers couldn't care less about us outcasts. But you risked everything to help those infected villagers. I wish I had some type of reward to give you, but we outcasts have nothing. All I can offer is the gratitude of the entire village.
I didn't realize you can heal.
You have done a great thing for my village, Upworlder. Few from the surface would bother to cure an outcast of the rat ghoul disease as you have done. My only regret is that I have no reward to give you for your aid. Save my thanks and the thanks of my people.
I'll be going now.
Upworlder. Should you have...
Okay.
Welcome back, Upworlder. How goes your quest? Have you found the journals of my father and grandfather?
I have all 3 journals. Here, take them.
Can it be true? Is it possible that at long last, the dream of my father and grandfather before him will be fulfilled? I can hardly bear to look. Yes, yes, of course. Now I understand. It all makes sense. Now I see why the Promised Land has been so hard to find. It is so obvious. You have done a great thing, Upworlder. A selfless act that will bring great joy to all the people of this village. I must take this to Gendar right away.
Frukill, what do you want now? Have you more fables of a hidden paradise just waiting for us to find it?
You may not think these are fables after you see what I have brought you, Gendar. Look at these journals.
Right back. Also, it's 3 o'clock.
It can't be. Are these
Oh,
real,
shit,
Rukill?
yeah.
Is this information accurate?
I swear to you, everything in these journals is true, Gendar. The Promised Land. I told you I would find it.
The entrance is far from here, Rukill. It will take us weeks to get there, perhaps even months. And we will have to cross many Rakghoul-infested areas.
I do not deny the journey will be hard, Gendar. But surely it is better than the miserable life we have here.
Wise words, Rukill. Our supplies are high right now. We could leave by nightfall. I will tell the others to prepare for the journey.
Thank you once again, Upworlder. I will say a final goodbye. For where we are going, I fear you cannot come. The journey to the Promised Land is long and arduous.
Goodbye, Rukill, and good luck.
We must part ways here, Upworlder. I sense your destiny is yet to be chosen. But the destiny of my people is at the end of the long journey ahead of us.
Alright. And that is it for the Outcast Village. We're going to stop there for today. When we come back on Friday, we're going to be continuing Hollow Knight. But when we pick this back up on Sunday, we will continue our infiltrate the Black Volker base and see what we can do to rescue Bastila. If you enjoyed the stream, go ahead and give my channel a follow, or if you're so inclined, do consider subscribing, as it really does help me out. And if you have an Amazon Prime subscription, your first Twitch Prime subscription is free, just so you know. I also have a YouTube channel, Folly of Alexandria, at youtube.com, where I post nearly all of my VODs, and I'm working on getting more of them up as soon as possible. Anyways, thank you all for coming. I hope you had a wonderful time, and I will see you on Friday.